Hey guys, I'm back for part two. So now I have completed, in part one, I completed this tag out of the things that were in my garbage can in my craft room, and I think it turned out really cute. I haven't done the rivet yet, but I'm going to do that. But I thought since I have so much here that I can play with, I'm going to go ahead and make a part two so that I can try to use up some of this stuff. I have like 2 or 3 little tags here that were from like, I don't know, clothing or something. And I am going to use those as the base for right now because they're already made and they're kind of thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start playing with these things that I've already pulled out. And I had cut these up out of a stencil paper that wrapped around a brand new stencil that I got. And I don't want to use someone else's work, but I might use it as the base. I always feel a little weird about using someone else's images. But for this challenge, I think what I can do is maybe use just specific elements out of it. So I like this little sun. I think I'm going to use it, and I'm going to kind of tear pieces off just to get that element, and part of it will get used. So I'll hold on to that. I also like how I tore this. This kind of reminds me of a mountain range. So it kind of feels like this could be like a silhouette of a background. And maybe I could do even more like that. Like this little piece has kind of a mountain range feel. So let's play with that idea. I have mountains here. That's kind of cool. I like that a lot. I always try to leave the blank side untouched and work on the side that has elements that I want to hide. So I think I'm going to do that. I actually really like that, but I'm thinking maybe I should start with the sky in the back because I have this sun and I want the sky to be, I don't want it to be black, obviously. Do I have anything that I can use as a sky is the question. I have this blue, and this one will be a little difficult. I have some blues here. I might have to use that. I do have some leftover little flecks of that paint. I don't know that that's going to help me at all on this tag. Sometimes you just got to look at what you got. I don't have much blue. I have a little bit of blue in these leftover strips. Now, I haven't cut up the balzer paper. Again, I got several of these little stencils. This one was the big one. And I think, because there's some blue here, I think I may cut them out. So I've got some blue here, and I also have some little designs. I love these little designs, so I may try to integrate those in somehow. We've got blue here. It's not ideal because there's letters, but I'm going to work with it because it's better than nothing, right? We're challenging ourselves, and I may come up with something kind of cool here. You never know. So I'm going to pretend this little opening doesn't exist. I'm just going to go right over it, I think. Do I like that element? I don't know. But I'm going to try it. We're going to see. I am going to tear because again, I like the torn edges. Okay. And I'm kind of putting it on the side because I don't want the text to be the element that I'm focused on here. I'm not trying to make this a message to my viewer. I just want this for the blue. I could have just not torn it at all, couldn't I have? I'm really just looking at this as for the color value. If I wanted to obscure it more, I could add some of these blue elements from this strip in the background. Do I want to do that though? I almost feel like no, I kind of like it. I kind of like it the way it is. I don't want to obscure those letters. I think it's obvious it's not meant to be read. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my mountain range down. This mountain range is going to go a little higher because it has this big mountain. And this is definitely my Tennessee side calling to me here. And then my little mountains, and this could even be trees. It could be a tree line. Okay, so we have our little mountain range here. And I actually really am liking that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so far that's what we have. And again, this is all from trash. This is just experimenting. I think this is a good way to practice just your art muscle, your art creativity. I could add, do I want to add? I honestly don't think I want to add any of these little bumps. I think I'm gonna keep this for another tag. And I think I probably should have put my sunshine down first, and I might slide that back into, because I don't think I glued that down well enough anyway. Somebody up there likes me. They knew I was gonna end up doing this, so they kept me from gluing it down. There we go. And that sunshine is just sitting right behind that mountain. I'm going to trim it down. And I actually love it just like it is. I don't feel like I need to do anything else with that. Is it focused? I cannot tell. There we go. I may let that be what it is. So since this was so short, I will go ahead and make one more out of my little tag here. I think because I really like this element, I'll start with it. Whenever you have, this is a good way to reuse clothing tags. I keep all of these usually. I have one by my bedside right now that I need to go get, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use elements that I like and see where that takes me here. So since both sides of this tag have writing on them, I'm just going to pick one. It doesn't really matter. And this can be a base. And then I'm going to add things on top. Okay, so we've got that. What else do I want to use. Ooh, now I think it's interesting because I still have this washi tape. I think I'll put that to the side. This could be a black and white tag. One of the jelly print challenges, the one that I actually completed for today, is black and white, and I do use a lot of neutral palettes in my work. I have little feathers here. I may use those. I don't use a lot of stark black and white, but I honestly really enjoyed doing that, and I think I may start doing more black and white themed work because it came out really interesting. Ooh, okay, so we have some paper. This was tissue paper that I rolled. Sometimes when I'm using my brayer, I have to roll off excess paint, and this will go really well with this. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. But, you know, I never usually work, it's always like neutrals, like beiges, beige, or even, you know, off-whites, things like that. I never do just stark white, stark black. It seems like it's always almost too bright. Stark is the right word for it. But it just seems so bright and so, I don't know, missing something. And I don't know why I feel that way, because I love black and white photography. I love black and white images, and I don't know. When I'm painting, I never just use black and white, though. I think it's something I need to start doing more, though, because it really is interesting. Should I tie this in? I think I will. I'm going to tie this in down here. Okay. Now I'm fully aware I can see that red lettering underneath. I'm going to do something with that. So I have these two elements here. Or do I want to make it sideways? So I have this little palette, and I definitely want to use the palette because that pretty much sums me up. And I'm just kind of tearing off the edges as best I can here, so that I have a, and then I also have these feathers, or they're not feathers, they're ferns, plants. I have this little teeny image, and I think they may be too organic for this. I think this is a better image for this, so I may play with that one. Do I have anything else that I can use here? Any other black and white elements that I want to utilize? Let's look at this paper and see. I might take, actually, I see right here on this tag, this is kind of cool. Put that to the side. So I have two things that I like about this right here. One is, I'm trying to cut this on screen, the writing, and the writing on this tag. It says grow, and I feel like that, or she says Balzer Designs. That's the name of her, I guess her company, but design is what I'm looking at. So I have the word design here that I can play with. Or I can do this grow, 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 which the grow would be interesting with the little ferns, because, you know, plants. Do I like that. I don't like it because it's not white. It's like a manila color. So I'm not feeling that for this tag, and I really want to because I like the word grow. It's a word, although, you know, that's much better now that I've cut it like a tag. I just feel like that's a little bit, I don't know. I think I'm going to use it though, because I think it goes with the theme. It goes with what I'm putting down in terms of my little art palette here, my paint palette. And yeah, oh, okay. I'll just rip it. Good job, Ash. Let's seal this up before I destroy it any further. Oh no. Please work. Don't you hate when you do that? It's the absolute worst. It makes my stomach drop when I tear something that I didn't mean to tear. It's all part of the process, I guess. But I'm gonna seal that up. And now that red, actually I kind of like that tag now that I'm looking at it, because the tag has the little red dot where the hole is, and it kind of goes back to these red elements. But so here's this little piece. I don't know if it's gonna focus or not. Maybe not. There we go. I kind of like that. Okay, so I got 2 pieces out of that. This could be a little card, a little tuck, or it could go in my journal. Okay, so as you can see, I still have a ton of stuff to play with out of the trash can. You can use anything to create art. This was a really cool challenge. I think I'll end this challenge here. I am going to probably take some of this stuff out of the trash and use it. If I create a few more pieces, I will photograph those and add them to the end of this clip. So I hope you've had fun watching me. I haven't done many like work along with me videos. If you like the work along with me videos, let me know and I'll do more of them. But as always, happy crafting.